And here is the track in Liège. Massive climb to start. Two main climbs dominate this course. Then it nibbles into these technical sections in the woods before heading back down towards the start-finish area through the Red Bull Routes and Rolls section. Vittoria Graphene uphill, another climb. Winds its way to the top of the course, maximum elevation, and back down through this really, really fast 4-cross track descent. A little punch back up through some off-camber grassy turns and then back to the start finish, just over 3 kilometers in length. And it's green for Go in Liège. Puck Peterson in the middle of your screen in the red and white jersey of the overall points leader jersey. She's away well. Terpstra's to her left. Puck Peterson leads them away. They're all off the line cleanly as they head up the start climb for the first time.
6 laps for these women. 6 full laps, so no start loop. And it goes up immediately from the start. Oh, and
there is
a little bit of a crash in the back here. You can see how rough it is on the side. There's, of course, one line which is good rideable. But if you go a little bit more to the side, there it's rough. A big rocks, a lot of dust. And you can see as well, she has the power out of the saddle, pushing a big gear. It's just that she needs to have a little bit of time to come more to the front of the race.
Well, if alarm bells were to ring at the front of this one, they mightn't be able to hear them over the chainsaws, but Pauline Ferrand-Prévot is coming.
Yeah, I'm surprised about Rebecca Henderson. We haven't seen that much of her this year. And also Kate Courtney, but they are both here in the first group. That's nice to see. After her win in Andorra 2 weeks ago, looks like the confidence is there. Small drink now she did. And I think it's a matter of time before we will see an attack of her. I think she wouldn't wait that long.
Yeah, Evie Richards just in 12th position. Look now, Pauline Ferrand-Prévot riding across the gap towards the front of this race.
That's number 4 in the race. She has to close that gap, and it looks like she's going to do it.
Rebecca Henderson's in 4th, trying to stay with her, but Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, that's how she got the lead. The jump on board the drone, Peterson.
See the spectators here, how many there are.
Do you think they've all just stayed up after the downhill?
Some of them awake, they have been awake the whole night, I tell you. They were partying the whole night.
It was a big, big night here in Liège after that downhill.
Brooke Peterson now attacking here in the descent.
I reckon that's where a Bart Brenchens in his prime would have attacked up there. Eh?
I mean, she knows how to play this game. She knows the tactics. She's trying, saving some energy. Very concentrated as well, not pushing too much into the race too early.
Well, she's made
impressive.
Her first objective will have been to make it through the group to the front, I guess.
Yeah, of course. Of course, first you have to make it to the front. But that's where she is right now. So a matter of time, but she knows as well when it comes down to the last lap. She's very, for punchy sprint, she has that. She showed it in a short track at Worlds. So powerful.
There's that chasing group. Blunk to the front of it now. The national champions colours of the USA.
Yeah,
through the tech feed zone here. Puck Peterson. Second tech zone.
And you see also Puck Peterson, she's suffering.
They are back together. They're back together in front of this one.
Wow. Did she made a mistake or something? Because she's slowing down a lot, looks like.
I wonder if there's an issue for Peterson or she's had an issue somewhere. I can't see any dirt on.
It was more than 10 seconds.
Yeah. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot just moving to rider's left of Mona Mitterwallner. Tucks back in again, thinks better off it.
But she's not dirty at all. Yeah, 10 beats lower than she's riding on the climbs, so she is recovering a little bit.
178 beats per minute, and it's a recovery. That shows you how tough a sport this is.
That's how it is. I mean, you have to work also hard in the descent. I mean, it's so bumpy, it's so fast, it's rough. You have to be concentrated. It's the same like also these downhill riders. They reach a high heart rate too.
9 seconds or 8 seconds back for Pauline Ferrand-Prévot. I didn't like what I saw of that drop from her, so sort of dead sailor that sat upright on the bike. Looking tired. Petersen has got back across the Mitterwaldner after that descent, so committed descending from Petersen.
There's nothing in between these riders. Even for Pauline, she's looking strong too. She made a few little mistakes on that technical part of the course, but looks like she's coming back again to the front.
Sixth in that short track race, Mona Mitterwaldner got herself onto the front row, is all he says. And maybe that is what's been holding her back this season, is that having to come through the pack, that fight over the first couple of laps.
Yeah. It's a huge effort. If you have to go, like we saw Pauline Prévot today, had to come from 25th. You have to make that effort, and then once you've made it, you don't have to, it will always bite you back near the end.
It shows how important these start positions are and how important short track is these days.
Yeah.
Well, Sevilla Blanc is still in 5th. Then it's Henderson, Kohler, Keller, Lecomte, Bertha. Top 10 covered by 2 minutes.
Yeah, all strong names in the top 10.
It's such a tightly fought competition this season. But look at the gap Mona Mitterwaldner has over Puck Petersen. Puck Petersen almost visibly slowing.
Yeah, now we have Pauline also lost some serious seconds again.
Shows you the depth of form and talent that Mona Mitterwaldner has. You think back to Palarensaal and Dor, the conditions there, high altitude, wet and cold. Couldn't be much more different from today, and still the result is the same. She's out in front for the time being, 11 seconds the gap. Petersen.
Just a few corners left for Mona Mitterwaldner here in Ligier.
There's the rider in second place, the leader of the UCI World Cup overall, Puck Petersen. Mona Mitterwaldner rounds the penultimate corner.
She does it again.
Mona Mitterwaldner rounds the final corner. Mona Mitterwaldner heads towards the finish line here in Ligier, the UCI Mountain Bike Festival, Haute Savoie. It's going to be 2 in a row. It's going to be Mona Mitterwaldner takes the win in France. What a sensational ride from one of the emerging stars of world cycling. Mona Mitterwaldner blows them away in Ligier. Bart, how do you sum up a performance like that?
Yeah, I mean, the first one was sweet in Andorra, but this one looks even better for her. But yeah, different conditions.
There's Puck Petersen.
Oh, yeah, also different course.
Second today for the UCI World Cup overall leader, Puck Petersen. Another podium finish, wheelies across the line. That's how you do it, a handoff, bit of style. She looks happy with that one.
Second place for Puck.
Second place and a helpful handful of points. Celebrates with Mitterwaldner as we wait. Listen to the noise as Pauline Ferrand-Prévot heads towards the finish line. The French crowd have roared her on. They didn't get to see her on Friday night. But she dug deep today, Ollie.
Oh, really? I mean, she'll be chuffed to come back from a sick bed in these hot conditions to take a 3rd place. Yeah, I mean, it's an amazing ride.
3rd place for Pauline Ferrand-Prévot then.
I think even if it's not a win, she's happy with her performance.
There's confirmation of the results there. Mona Mitterwaldner wins in Haute Savoie, Ligier. Just ahead of Puck Petersen, Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, Batten, Blanc, Bertha, Lecomte, Henderson, Kohler and Steger.
It's the gaps, how big they are, you know, even for a dry race. It's unbelievably big.
Terpstra, Loiv, Keller, Richards, Fry, Risvids, Neff in 17th, then Courtney and Boe.
And it was the style that she won this race in. The race 2 weeks ago, it was wet, it was scrappy, it was a real battle with Keller, but this one, that was a dominant performance.
You could argue that the last one was done on emotion. This one was done on clinical performances on every single section of the track. The average age on that podium about as young as we've seen it in elite women's cross-country racing.
Well, Mona makes it back-to-back wins. You've won again this weekend in totally different conditions. How pleased are you with that result today?
I can't really put into words how happy I am and how proud, because I mean, I felt great in the short track on Friday, but after the short track my stomach was cramping. Like I had a proper dinner, but Saturday my stomach was blocked like all night. I could not like eat properly, and the last night again I was just laying in my bed and was thinking, oh, hopefully I can like put my power down today, and forced some breakfast down, and now I'm ending on the top spot. I mean, was some good mental work, but it's just my head is stronger than my body, it seems, and that's what makes me so proud and gives me so much self-confidence.
And you got the fastest lap on lap 5. How did you find the energy nearing the end of the race to achieve that?
Actually, lap 5 felt the slowest. I don't know why, but at some point I'm just in the flow, I'm in the zone. It's like, and then I just feel like I just ride and I just pedal, and I don't feel anything. Like, as I said, I'm just putting my emotions aside, and as I said, like lap 5, honestly didn't feel the fastest. I know what was going on in lap 2, and Puck just went, and I was like, oh, she wants to get rid of me, but not today.
Fighting talk, that's what we like. What are we going to see next from you, Mona? Because you're having a winning streak at the moment, aren't you?
I mean, next up is celebrating with my team. We are going to enjoy this day. I'm going to enjoy it again 100%, because that was it's so like, I mean, I'm so happy, I can't tell you, and I'm going to enjoy that, and then I will have another proper block of training, and then I will come again and fight for the top spot, but first now enjoying.
Well, congratulations, go and celebrate.
Thank you.
Let's have a look at the standings and what that's done to them. Puck Peterson now, Mona Mittevalner, 321 points behind her. Then Pauline Ferrand-Prévot. Then Alessandra Keller and Luana Lecomte, Terpstra, Bertha, Richard, Stiga, Risfitz. But Peterson, Mittevalner, Ferrand-Prévot really is where the battle is as we head towards the sharp end of the season.